Well, it's 2013 and deed fraud is still with us. This is Dave again at titlesearch.com. We're looking at title searches every day and finding more examples of fraudulent items within the land records. They may range from fraudulent transfers, actual forged deeds, transferring a property from one person to another when the owner had no intention of selling a property. It may be mortgage assignments, which are improperly notarized. In some cases, they're ghost liens, where a mechanic's lien is placed by an unscrupulous contractor to either try to get payment from a homeowner or to even look to put a lien on the property. One area where the fraud is more common than not is on foreclosures. If you're looking at foreclosure that had some kind of a quitclaim deed given to a foreclosure defense firm, property owners are desperate to save their house from foreclosure, and in some cases will pay thousands in fees and sign over their property to a foreclosure defense firm, which in a lot of cases they lose the property and the money and any equity. There's also the example of short sale fraud, where a property owner wants to sell their house, they owe more than it's worth. They'll come up with a buyer at a lower amount and present that to the bank, and the bank may accept that lower amount, but immediately have another buyer at slightly higher price that they can flip the property to and make the difference. In a lot of cases, some of these fraudulent transfers can be undone and voided, which will affect the ownership of innocent third parties down the chain of assignments. So deed fraud is still with us. There's fraudulent transfers that are happening. There was a case in Missouri this week where there were dozens of properties that were found to be signed over, and of course on a transfer the seller's signature has to be notarized. Well, these notarizations were found to be fraudulent. The notaries who were supposed to have signed these deeds were contacted. Their records did not indicate they ever were part of these transactions. In some cases, they were out of town when the transactions happened. In some cases, the signatures that were supposed to be the notary signatures were completely different than the actual notary signature. So if somebody's out there getting notary stamps, making up records, and then filing them in the land records, it creates a cloud on the title. It's a nightmare for future owners, and they have to be undone at some point. So more frequently, take a look at property titles, see if there's any problems. The sooner they can be repaired, the easier it is. 5 or 10 years down the road, it's a lot harder to undo this type of deed fraud or defects on titles.